My name is Ethan Walker, 28 years old, and until a few months ago, I truly believed I was living the life I once prayed for. A stable job, a girlfriend who always smiled when she looked at me, a future that felt almost close enough to touch. Her name was Emily Reed, the girl who made every ordinary day feel a little brighter. We lived in a small apartment with peeling paint on the walls and a bed that creaked, even when we breathed, but somehow, it still felt like home. Every morning I woke up before her. I'd gently push her hair away from her eyes, kiss her forehead, and head to work with this stupid grin on my face. I worked at Henderson & Carr's, a mid-sized marketing firm. My boss, Mr. Caldwell, was strict, intense, and the kind of man who made the whole office freeze the moment he walked in. He was the last person I ever thought would break my life. But life isn't kind. Life doesn't warn you. Life doesn't say, hey, the person you trust the most is about to destroy you. It just happens. And for me, everything started to change the night Emily said, I'm going to start working late. Don't wait for me. At first, I didn't think much about it. People work late. People get busy. People chase dreams. But something about her tone, something about the way she avoided eye contact, something about the small crack in her voice, it made my chest tighten. A feeling I ignored. A feeling I should have listened to. Because curiosity starts small. Then it grows. And eventually, it becomes the truth you can't unsee. Emily started changing in ways I couldn't understand. She became distant, distracted, cold. I'd ask how her day was, and she'd respond with a single word. Fine. I'd reach for her hand, and she'd pull away like my touch suddenly burned. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I wasn't giving her enough time. Maybe I wasn't fun anymore. Maybe I was becoming boring. But then the late nights started turning into all-nighters. And every time I asked her where she was, she gave me the same answer. Just work, Ethan. Don't make everything a problem. Those words cut deeper than they sounded. One night she came home at 3 a.m., her hair messy, her lipstick smudged. Her perfume different. She froze when she saw me awake on the couch. Why are you still up? She asked. My voice cracked. I should be asking you that. For a moment there was silence. A heavy, frightening silence. She opened her mouth to explain when her phone buzzed. One message. One name. One truth that shattered me. Can't stop thinking about earlier. Same time tomorrow? C. The initial of my boss. Caldwell. My heartbeat stopped. My vision blurred. My hands shook. I looked at her. She looked at me. Her face went pale. She panicked. She snatched the phone from my hand. It's not what you think. But it was exactly what I thought. I knew before she even tried to lie. I just didn't want to believe it. Curiosity turned into fear. Fear turned into suspicion. Suspicion turned into reality. And reality hurt more than anything I'd ever felt. The next day at work, I walked into the office with eyes that hadn't slept and a heart that felt like it was splitting open. I confronted Mr. Caldwell in his glass office. He didn't even pretend to be surprised. He smirked. He actually smirked. Ethan, personal matters shouldn't interfere with work. Personal matters? This wasn't a matter. This was my life. How long has it been going on? I whispered. He leaned back in his chair, hands behind his head, acting like I was some child asking about a game. That's not relevant. Don't lie to me, I said louder. His eyes narrowed. Watch your tone. You're replaceable. That hit me. Not because of the insult, but because of the truth behind it. He never respected me. He never valued me. And now he had taken the one person I loved. I know about the messages, I said. His expression froze, just for a second. Enough for me to know I wasn't crazy. Enough for me to know Emily wasn't the only one lying. You're done here, he said coldly. What? Pack your things. You're fired. Just like that. No explanation. No warning. I stood there, my breath shaking.
You fired me because of her? I asked.
He smiled again. No, I fired you because I can. And because you're weak. Weak. That word hit harder than anything else. I walked out of his office in a daze. People stared. People whispered. I wasn't just losing my job. I was losing my dignity, my identity, my future. And she, Emily, was nowhere to be found. That night, I returned home to find her packing her things. Not crying. Not apologizing. Not even pretending. Just leaving. Emily, I whispered, why him? She paused. And then she delivered the line that destroyed whatever pieces of me were left. Because he gives me things you can't. I lost my breath. I lost my voice. I lost everything in that moment. She walked past me with her suitcase, and her final words were, "I don't love you anymore." And the door closed. Just like that. Days turned into weeks. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't look at myself without feeling like a failure. I lost my job. I lost my love. I lost my purpose. But pain has a strange way of teaching you what comfort never will. One afternoon, my former coworker Sarah called me. "I shouldn't be telling you this," she whispered. "But Caldwell has a reputation. He's done this before. Before? With other women? Other employees? Emily wasn't the first," she said. "She won't be the last." Something in me snapped. Not anger. Not jealousy. Clarity. I realized Emily didn't leave me because I wasn't enough. She left because she chose someone who treats people like toys. People who cheat don't cheat because you're not valuable. They cheat because they're empty. I decided to apply for new jobs. Fix my life. Fix myself. Piece by piece, I climbed out of the place I had fallen into. It wasn't easy. Some nights I cried. Some nights I stared at old pictures until my chest felt like collapsing. But slowly, I rebuilt. And one day I got hired by a new company, one even better than before. My new boss? Respectful. Professional. Human. My new salary? Higher. My new environment? Healthy. Life was giving me another chance. And then, Emily showed up again. Out of nowhere. At my door. Eyes swollen. Hands shaking. Her voice barely a whisper. "Ethan, he used me. He fired me.
He ruined me."
I felt nothing. No love. No anger. No desire to take her back. Just emptiness. "Please," she cried. "I have nowhere to go." I looked at her for a long moment before saying the words she once said to me. "I don't love you anymore." And I shut the door. Not out of revenge, but out of self-respect. Months later, I sit in a coffee shop, one I used to visit with Emily. But this time, I'm not broken. I'm not angry. I'm not lost. I am free. Sometimes life destroys you so it can rebuild you stronger. Sometimes losing someone becomes the biggest blessing you didn't know you needed. I learned that. Loyalty is rare. Cheaters don't change. Betrayal reveals true character. And self-respect is worth more than love. Emily became just a memory. Caldwell eventually got exposed for his affairs and was forced to resign. Justice came. Not because I fought for it, but because life has a way of balancing itself. Today I am someone better, stronger, wiser, whole. And if you're listening to this story, remember, the person who cheats on you is not worth the tears you cry. And the job you lose is not the end of your story. Sometimes God removes people because you were praying for peace. I lost my job. I lost my love. But I found myself, and that was the best thing I ever gained.